She walked through the door like a shift in the tide, with a look that said she had nothing to hide. Between the High Line and the gallery row, she's the only light that the streetlights know. Black coffee in her hand and a book in her lap, falling right into a beautiful trap. She talks about Basquiat and old jazz bars, while her eyes reflect the Midtown stars. I'm fumbling for words, I'm losing my beat, while the Chelsea traffic hums on the street. She laughs like a flute in a high register trill, making the rest of the world stand still. Oh, the girl from Chelsea with the charcoal eyes, a soul jazz melody in a clever disguise. She's a bossa nova rhythm in a concrete town, turning my whole world upside down. I came for the music, I came for the fame, but I'm staying for the way she says my name. We walk past the piers where the river is dark, leaving our footprints like a question mark. She told me she moved here from a town out west, looking for a heart that could pass the test. I told her about Ancar and the jazz in my head, and we laughed at the things that we both had said. The wind didn't feel so cold anymore, with her hand in mine by the deli store. Is it too soon? Is it too fast? This a rhythm that's built to last. The city is big, but the room feels small when you're leaning against a Chelsea wall. Don't let go, don't look away. The song is starting. What can I say? What can I say? Misty glass and a hollow street, where the bitter and the honey meet. One last breath of the mountain air, leaving shadows on a wooden chair. The cobblestones are glistening in the gray. The cooler swans have nothing left to say. I'm folding up the maps of where I've been, tracing lines of places I have seen. The cement cellar cries a lonely tune beneath the fading ghost of a morning moon. It's a quiet kind of heartbreak, sharp and clean, the space between the years and might have been. turn silver memories into gold. My suitcase weighs 1,000 pounds of lead, full of every word we never said. The tea is cold, the sugar's at the base. I'm memorizing every crack upon this face. The anti-Kool-Aid stands a silent guard, while leaving feels so needlessly hard. But the jazz is calling from a distant shore, and I can't stay behind this heavy door. Is it progress if you're running? Is it brave to fly alone when the garden that you've tended is the only world you've known? The soul is such a heavy thing to pack when you know there is no turning back, no turning. Morning on Tunalı, fade to blue. Morning on Tunalı, I'm losing you. Just a ghost in the cafe, just a breath in the hallway. Going, going, gone.
A scarlet glow of a heavy sigh, washing the dust from the city's eye. Streetlights melting on the black top street, a slow motion dance for my wandering feet. I'm walking past the storefronts of the old west side. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide. The rain is playing percussion on the trash can lids, a secret little rhythm that the daylight forbids. I see my reflection in a puddle on the ground, a stranger in a city where the lost are found. My collar's turned up and my spirit's turned down, searching for a spark in this charcoal town. Oh, the 7th Avenue rain, wash away the worry, wash away the pain. It's a soul jazz drizzle, a blue note sky, watching all the yellow cabs splashing by. Let the water flow, let the rhythm flow. There's a beauty in the gray that you only know in the rain. The jazz clubs are glowing like embers in the dark, near the iron fences of Washington Square Park. I hear a tenor sax through a basement grate, a mournful little melody beat that sounds like fate. I stopped for a second just to catch the tune underneath the clouds and a hidden moon. My coat is soaked through, but my heart is getting warm. Finding a shelter in the middle of the storm. Every drop is a note, every splash is a beat, cleaning the soul of a New York street. I'm not drowning, I'm just getting clean in the misty spaces of the in-between. Let it pour. Let it pour. It's just jazz. Seventh Avenue. Seventh Avenue. Seventh Avenue free. It's just water. It's just jazz. It's just water. It's just jazz. It's just Seventh Avenue. carpet, hit the concrete, feel the vibration underneath my feet. Yellow cap screaming in a frantic row. Welcome to the city where the neon grows. The air smells like diesel and burnt pretzels to a kaleidoscope of faces, every shade, every hue. I'm lugging my life in the back of my back, watching the subway train scream down the track. It's louder than a big band on a Saturday night, blinding my eyes with a different kind of light. No more mountains, just canyons of glass, watching the ghosts of the legends pass. JFK, take my breath away. I'm a brand new player in an old school play. First breath of the city, sharp and cold, find a story that's never been told yet. Soul in the grit, it's jazz in the street, heartbeat matching the pavement beat. I don't know the rhythm, I don't know the code, but I'm standing at the end of a very long road. The sirens are the sirens of a modern day sea, calling out a warning or a welcome to me. I'm checking the map on a flickering screen, the strangest jungle that I've ever seen. But there's a groove in the chaos, a swing in the rush, waiting for the moment when the city goes hush. Move to the left, move to the right, gotta find a room for the coming night. If one student with a horn in his hand, trying to find his feet in the promised land. Don't look back, don't look down, you're a king and waiting in a concrete crown. rebellion grow. If they take our clubs, we'll play in the park. We'll light up the heavens and banish the dark. The walls of the parish are cold and they're thick, built out of sorrow and mortar and brick. I'm standing on the pavement with my horn in my hand, the loneliest soldier in a one-man band. Can you hear me, Delilah? Can you hear the high sea? It's a golden ladder to set your soul free. Serenata de hierro, canto de fe, esperando que el muro se rinda a tus pies. I'm blowing the memories of the nights at the moon into the teeth of a winter monsoon. Oh, the warden is watching the guards turn their heads while I'm waking the prisoners from their cold metal beds. Oh, Jailhouse Serenade, fly through the bar under the light of the indifferent stars. Vuela susurrando, busca su amor, a prayer for the lady and the trumpet player. They can lock up the singer, they can take away the light, but they can't stop the melody from winning the fight. I'm gonna blow till the gates swing wide, I'm gonna blow till I'm by your side. Like Jericho's walls, let the stones start to shake, for the sake of the music in the hearts that mine thee. And my soul in my hand, serenade for you. by the piano, draped in blue, a vision of grace that I never knew. So vos era seda, so sombra era luz, a cure for the lonely, a soul-healing blues. The room went silent, the glasses stayed still as she climbed the peak of a musical hill. I forgot the Spanish sun and the dusty plains, watching the way she handled the reins of every heart beating inside of that hall. She was the mistress of the rise and the fall. I raised my trumpet to join her refrain, a soft golden prayer in the middle of rain. Delilah, Delilah, la reina del sur, a melody precious, a melody pure. You're the velvet frame to my raggedy rhyme, the only thing steady in the river of time. Cántame suave, cántame bien, I'll never be a stranger in this city again. Could a man from the mountains and a girl from the swamp find a common rhythm in this midnight romp? The brass meets the vocal, the fire meets the ice. I'd pay the devil's very highest price just to play one chorus by your side with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. From the first step out to the last step in, under the layers of travel-worn skin, the map has been burned, the compass is gone. I am the sunset, I am the dawn. I remember the neon, the dirt and the rain, the language of trains and the architecture of why. I remember the people people, the prism, the pain, the velvet gravity under the sky. Every song was a mile, every note was a breath in the dance between living and the shadow of death. This is Latitude Blue, where the heart finds its rest. In the center of north, in the heart of the west. Discovering the world was the way to find home. In the marrow of bone and the salt of the foam. Understanding the light, it was here all along. In the pulse of the silence and the soul of the song. The suitcase is empty, the journals are full of the push of the world and the spirit's own pull. I'm not the same person who left in the gold. I'm a billion years young and a minute day old. The blue isn't sadness, the blue is the deep, the ocean of promises I managed to keep. It's on now. Take a breath, take a step, take a final bow. The journey is over, the journey begins in the losing of games and the counting of wins. The blue latitude, the infinite view. The wall is a mirror of me and of you. This is Latitude Blue, where the heart finds its rest. In the center of north and the heart of the west. Discovering the world was the way to find home. In the marrow of bone and the salt of your phone. Discovering the light, it was here all along. In the pulse of the silence and the soul of the song. Latitude blue, I see it down, I see it iron and steel, a ribbon of gray, carrying the pieces of yesterday away. The landscape is shifting like a deck of old cards through backyards of junk and the boulevard. I'm watching the world through a rectangular frame, changing the scenery but keeping the name. The guy in the cedar cross looks just like me, searching for something cracks are the stitches in the fabric of mind. You can't stay still if you wanna grow. You have to be willing to let the wind blow. The destination is just a ghost in the steam. The real life is lived in the heart of the dream.
Is heavy, but my spirit is light, chasing the ghosts of the coming night. The porch light is flickering, waving goodbye under the arc of a violet sky. The map on the table is creased at the seams, a paper-thin vessel for heavy-set dreams. I'm trading the whispers of everyone I know for the silence of places I've yet to go. The asphalt is humming a low, steady tune, reflecting the pale, fading face of the moon. Oh, it's the golden hour, the world is in bloom, finding the light in a stranger's room. I'm a leaf on the water, a spark in the dark, leaving the shore for a brand new mark. Discovering the rhythm, understanding the flow, learning the secrets the old winds blow. The city is calling with a neon tongue, a song for the restless, a song for the young. I see my reflection in the window pane, a little bit older, a little less plain. The coffee is bitter, but the morning is sweet, tracing the patterns of unknown streets. It's not just the miles, it's the space in between the who I am now and the who I have been. I'm shedding the skin a sheltered life, cutting the cord with a velvet knife. There's a pulse in the pavement, a beat in the breeze, bringing me down to my bended knees. Everything is turning to gold, a story beginning, yet to be told. Step by step, into the glow. Into the glow. Face in the glass is starting to change, a little bit familiar, a little bit strange. The lines round the eyes are the paths that I took, the table of contents for a well-traveled book. I don't miss the boy who was frightened of stay, who thought that the truth was always a mile away. I welcome the man who is comfortable here, with a heart full of history and a mind that is clear. There's a grace in the silver, a wealth in the gray, in the softening light at the end of the day. I see the elder in the mirror, and he's smiling at me, at the person I was and the person I'll be. Discovering the world was a lesson in time. Understanding life is a mountain we climb. Youthhood was the valley, green and so deep, but the view from the summit is the promise I keep. I remember the fire, the why not and the gold, the restless ambition that forced me to grow. It hasn't been lost, it's just turned into light, a steady state glow in the middle of night. I'm walking with spirits of the ones I haven't met, with nothing to prove and with nothing to circular journey, a homecoming dance, leaving nothing to fate and nothing to chance. The youth is the root, the elder the leaf, beyond all the joy and beyond all the grief. I'm ripening now in the sun of the soul, watching the fragments become the whole. Smiling at me, at the person I was and the person I'll be. Discovering the world was a lesson in time. Understanding the life is a mountain we climb. Youthhood was the valley, green and so deep, but the view from the summit is the promise I keep. Smile back, the journey was worth it. The mirror is clear. I'm finally here. Smile, valley here. Down in Congo Square where the dust never sleeps, a secret is a promise that the drumbeat keeps. I saw a woman with a candle in her hair, drawing white circles in the heavy damp air. She looked in my corner, she looked in my hand. She said, "You're playing for the spirits of this hollow land." My feet started moving in a way I didn't know, like a puppet on a string, like a river in a flow. The trombone started moaning like a hurricane wind, singing about the places where the world had been. The rhythm isn't swing and it isn't quiet blues, it's the kind of a heartbeat you're afraid to lose. It's the voodoo waltz that we're counting in for, spinning round the shadows on the muddy floor. A pinch of the salt and a lock of the hair. There's a fever in the music and a hex in the air. Watching from the garden gate, deciding if the melody is early or late. The brass starts to glow with a strange purple light as we blow away the demons of the lute. Louisiana night. Take over, building to a tribal crescendo, while the horns hold along.
From the mud of the Delta to the lights of the town, I've been a beggar and I've worn a golden crown. I've run from the law and I've slept in the rain. I've caught the high notes and I've felt the low pain. It's a long winding road where the cypress trees sway, and I've blown my own horn every step of the way. The rundown is simple, the rundown is deep. It's the promises made and the promises we keep. It's the Spanish tings and the second line strut. It's the wide open soul and the eyes halfway shut. If you ask me the secret, I'll tell you it's true. The music don't care what the world thinks of you. It's the Big Easy Rundown, the final report. Life is a solo and the chorus is short. Give 'em some brass and a whole lot of soul, and let the Mississippi River just continue to roll. I'm handing the horn to the boy on the corner. May his spirit be bright and his heart be a warner. The song never ends, it just changes its name, leaving the player but keeping the flame. It's the Big Easy Rundown, the final report. Life is a solo and the chorus is short. Give 'em some brass and a whole lot of soul, and let the Mississippi River just continue to They offered me a contract in a gold ink pen. Said I'd be the richest of the New Orleans men. Just sign on the line and forget where you're from, and we'll make the whole world march to your drum. But I looked at the ink and it looked like the mud, mixed with a drop of a jazz man's blood. The emerald girl, she was was part of the play, leading me down where the light fades away. She wasn't a muse, she was just a decoy to capture the heart of a Delta boy. The CD's a mirror that shows you the lie, reflected in the corner of a grifter's eyes. The Delta deception, the big city kind. 1 minute you're here and the next you are gone. They'll sell you the moon and they'll charge you for light in the middle of a New Orleans Saturday night. I miss the river where the catfish are free, where nobody's trying to make the dollar off me. But the gates have been locked and the bridge has been burned, and the hardest of lessons is the one that I've learned. I miss the Delta. They offer me a contract. They offer me a contract in a golden den. And I'll be the richest of the New Orleans men. Just sign on the line and forget where you're from, and we'll make the whole world march to your drum. But I look at the ink and it look like the mother, mixed with a drop of a jazz man's blood. They offer me a contract. They offer me a contract. They offer me a contract in a golden fence, and I'll be the richest of the New Orleans men. They offer me a contract. 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 They offered me a contract. They offered me. They offered me a contract. 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 Yeah. They offered me a contract. 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 They offer me a contract in a golden pen. Say I'd be the richest of the New Orleans men. This armed on the line and forget where you're from, and we'll make the whole world march to your drum. They offer me a contract. They offered me a contract. They offer me a contract. Hey, they offered me a contract. 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 They offered me a contract in a golden pen. Say I'd be the richest of the New Orleans men. They offered me a contract. Hey, hey. They offered me. They offered me a contract. 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 They offered me. They offered me a contract. They offered me a contract at a gold ink pen. Said I'd be the richest of the New Orleans men. They offered me a contract. 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 They offered me. They offered me a contract. They offered me a contract.
It's a quiet kind of motion. It's a gentle kind of sway. The force that moves the mountains and turns the night to day. It's not in the headlines. It's not in the news. It's in the way we choose the lives that we choose. The hand on the cradle, the hand on the pen, the hand that brings the light back to the world of men. Oh, it's the hand that rocks the world, the heart that holds the sky, the love that never questions and the soul that doesn't lie. A bumpy kind of glory, a happy kind of deep, keeping all the promises we're forced to keep. I look at my daughters, I look at the sun, and realize the work is never really done. The anxiety of legacy, the weight of the years is washed away slowly by the salt of the tears. We are the architects of what is yet to be, the silent captains of the restless sea. the hills of the past to the canyons of steel. I'm chasing a feeling that's finally real. The subway is screaming, the lights are all bright. I'm a student of the morning and a queen of the night. The anxiety is a passenger on the 4 train, wondering if I'm crazy, wondering if I'm sane. But New York is a woman, she's bumpy and she's loud. She's a million different faces, lost in the crowd. I'm finding my rhythm in the rush and the heat, learning how to walk on a different kind of street. A New York state of mind, an Ankara heart, a brand new chapter, a beautiful start. Happy to be moving, anxious to arrive. I've never felt more intensely alive. ID in the wallet, proof of the place. Finding the home in the lines of my face. It's a long way from home, but I'm closer to me than I ever thought a woman was allowed to be. A New York state of mind, an Ankara heart, a brand new chapter, a beautiful start. Upper West Side, Lower East Side, keep the dream open, keep the soul wide. The yard is quiet now, the grass is growing tall. I remember when the shadows were small against the wall. The swing is swaying gently, caught by a passing ghost of the version of you that I love the most. You're reaching for the handle, you're reaching for the keys, and I'm left here standing with the shaking in my knees. It's a happy kind of heartbreak, a hollow kind of full. The thread is getting longer, I've lost the power to pull. I'm anxious for your journey, I'm joyful for your flight, but the house feels a little too heavy tonight. A woman is a harbor, a woman is a shore, but she's also the ocean, wanting so much more. I watched you walk away without looking back at me. That's the greatest victory a mother's eye can see. But the silence is a mountain, the silence is a cold. The story is changing before it's been told. I'll stay in the garden, I'll torchlight on. I learned how to breathe now that the chaos is gone. The bump in the road is a bend in the stream. I'm waking up slowly from a long, beautiful dream. It's a happy kind of heartbreak, a hollow kind of fool. The thread is getting longer, I've lost the power to pull. Highway, come back home. The swing is still moving. I'm proud of you.
By the bend of the river, by the mud of the bank, to the friends of the past, let's give a little thank for the races we ran and the lies that we told, for a childhood of silver and a friendship of gold. We're making a promise, a crescent decree, that I'll be for you and you'll be for me. Though the world pulls us north or it pulls us away, the heart of the gang is forever gonna stay. It's the Crescent Covenant, written in the stars between the street lamp light and the window bars. Not a word, not a whisper can break what we've made. A friendship in the sun and a friendship in the shade. The girls are the anchors, the boys are the sails, in a story of New Orleans that never quite fails. We've shared the same bread and we've shared the same song. This is the place where we've always belonged. So raise up your glass or just raise up your hand to the finest collection of souls in the children we used to be. But look at the water and what do you find? The reflection of everyone we're leaving behind. It's the Crescent Covenant, written in the stars between the street lamp light and the window bars. Not a word, not a whisper can break what we've made. A friendship in the sun and a friendship in the shade.
We got holes in our pockets and dirt in our hair, chasing down the trolley on a double dog dare. Built a fort in the alley out of crates and tin. If you ain't got a bruise, you ain't getting in. It's the brotherhood of rascals, the kings of the mud, with a little bit of mischief flowing in the blood. We don't need a palace, we don't need a throne, just a rusty old can and a dog with a bone. Oh, muddy knees and a heart full of grit. We're the boys of the band and we'll never quit. From the break of the dawn till the streetlights hum, marching to the beat of a different drum. Remember that summer by the Poncha train? We tried to build a boat in the pouring rain. It sank like a stone, but we laughed till it hurt, wiping all the failure on a hand-me-down shirt. Now Billy's got a trumpet and Joe's got a slide, but we're still those kids with nowhere to hide. Tries to grow us, the world tries to tame, but once you're a boy, you're never the same. You keep a little marble in the palm of your hand to remind you of the kingdom in the Mississippi sand. Oh, muddy knees and a heart full of grit. We're the boys of the band and we'll never quit. From the break of the dawn till the streetlights hum, marching to the beat of a different drum. Hey ho, watch 'em go. Hey ho, watch 'em go. Hey ho, watch 'em go. Hey, from the whole band. Hey! Tucked in and the gaslights on. The gentle days of the porch are gone. We're throwing punches at the brick in the air with a heavyweight heart and a tousled hair. Jimmy's got the reach and I've got the speed, learning all the lessons that a young man's gonna need. It ain't about the fight, it's about the stand in the flickering light of this crescent land. Oh, we're shadow boxing with the ghosts of the street to the heavy metal rhythm of my shuffling feet. Left hook the worry, right cross the fear. The future's coming at us, but we're standing right here. From the balcony rail while we're trying to be heroes in a tall tale scale. A black eye badge and a split lip grin is the place of the world that we're living in. We're brothers in the scrap, we're partners in the bruise, dancing on the edge of the Saturday blues. The shadows get taller as the night gets deep, while the rest of the city is falling asleep. But the boys of the block are just finding their soul with a rhythm that the grown-ups can't quite control. We're shadow boxing with the ghosts of the street